explain how political instability and widespread corruption acted as key internal factors in the decline of the Western Roman Empire. Discuss specific examples, from the rapid turnover of emperors during the crisis of the 3rd century to the corrupt practices of provincial governors, and analyze their impact on the empire's military and economy. The Roman Empire is one of the most well-known civilizations in history. In this video, I'm going to explain why it fell. The Roman Empire was a government that lasted for hundreds of years in Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. It had a huge impact on the development of Western civilization. However, around the year 476 AD, the Western Roman Empire fell apart due to a number of internal and external factors. One of the main internal factors was the political instability. Over time, the frequency of coups, assassinations, and civil wars increased. This created an environment of fear and uncertainty, which made it difficult for the empire to function effectively. For example, during the 3rd century, there were 28 emperors, but only 2 of them died of natural causes. This instability weakened the central authority of the empire and led to the rise of regional warlords, who had their own armies and governed their own territories independently. Another key internal factor was the widespread corruption that permeated throughout the government and society. Bribery was common, and the rich often used their influence to benefit themselves at the expense of the poor. This inequality led to social unrest and made it difficult to maintain the army and infrastructure. As the empire grew, the gap between the rich and the poor widened. The wealthy elite lived in luxury while the common people struggled to survive. This growing divide made it easier for ambitious generals and politicians to turn the populace against the rule of the emperor. Now, these internal factors were made even worse by external threats. In the 3rd century, the empire faced a series of crises, including the Antonine Plague, a severe epidemic that may have killed millions, a series of natural disasters, including floods, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions, and the Barian invasion, in which Germanic tribes threatened the very existence of the empire. These crises put a huge strain on the Roman state and contributed to its eventual collapse. So, the fall of the Western Roman Empire was a complex process that was the result of centuries of decline. While external threats played a role, it was the internal factors such as political instability and corruption that ultimately led to its demise. So, it wasn't just one big event that caused the empire to fall, but rather a combination of different factors that created a perfect storm that brought down one of the greatest civilizations in history. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching.